I'm Chad. I've been on the NTD racing team for a few years now, but I also work at Pivot. 5 years ago, Dave started NTD racing with a group of friends. The original goal for the team was to build a race truck that could complete the Baja 1000, which is one of the most difficult races in the world. Dave has an aviation background. He used to fly F-15s for the Air Force. He was also a T-38 flight instructor with Mike, who was the founder of Pivot. Typically, it starts in Ensenada and ends in La Paz. Sometimes it's a circuit, but either way, it's 1,000+ miles of some of the most treacherous terrain you could ever imagine. During the day, the temperatures hit 100 degrees. It's easily 115 degrees inside the truck. The course is not well marked. You can't possibly have enough banners for a 1,000-mile race. That is where Apple and Pivot come into play. Navigation is one of the most critical parts of this entire race. Dave currently flies for Delta and has been using Apple and Pivot products for years. That's why when he built his first race truck, Honcho, about 5 years ago, he chose Apple and Pivot.
So as a desert race truck builder, one of the things you will find out quickly is that everything is expensive. So the goal is always to maximize capability while minimizing your cost. If you look at the options you have for navigation in the desert racing world, you basically have like what would be a fish finder, which they have modified, and they have also put in their apps to work in the desert racing community. It ends up costing like 4 times as much. You're talking thousands of dollars for these systems, and you're using their apps. And it's not very versatile. There's not much you can do with that other than what they want you to do with their product. The iPad is just one of the most versatile pieces of equipment you can use. How many iPads do you have? And if you look at the back of our desert race truck iPads, they have stickers on one side. So our kids were using those that morning to watch Barney, and today we're gonna go desert racing. We paired those with Pivot cases, which is arguably the world's most tested case in the aviation world, and all of the major airlines use them. So why would they not work in desert race trucks? We started running these things at the Baja 1000, and we had a lot of people say, well, that's not going to work. It's going to overheat. You're not going to have the files that you want. We have about 12 races combined between the two trucks, which accounts for thousands of miles. And then you just look at testing and how much we just beat up these iPads in the Pivot case. If you watch some of the videos we've made, you'll see these things go through massive whoops, G-outs, and just the most torturous conditions where we literally have destroyed every other part of the vehicle. We have never broken an iPad or a Pivot case. So we have been preaching for years that I think this is the best way to go in the off-road environment. I'm the primary maintenance guy. I know everything about this desert race truck. I send people deep into the desert who have no idea how to do the things on the truck that I do. So now we break down, and I can FaceTime video them, and I can look at the problem and tell them what to fix real time in the desert. That capability is because of Apple and because of Pivot and the versatility that you get with both of those products.